We are now live. I've been on TV and already announced, which I will announce once again. I'm just waiting for the public to start coming in. And what I will do is I will answer all of your questions right now, right here in my bedroom, and sorry, my bedroom, my office, and so if anybody would like to ask me any questions, Lorraine the Queen, thank you so much for joining us, Lorraine. So if anybody would like to ask me any questions, feel free to do so, and I will very happily answer them for you. One of the things that I would say to keep you all as sane as you possibly can is I suggest that you upgrade your for the people who are on their own. I would definitely make sure that you are upgrading your Pornhub system, because I'm sure that one of the most important things right now in lockdown is the fact that I've had meetings with Pornhub to make sure that they are bringing out so much more new content, as it is very, very important for people's mental health right now. So hello, Gemma Sweeten. Hello, Boris. What are you spicing to prevent a national loo roll shortage? Well, thank you so much, Helen. That is a very, very good question. Loo roll shortage is something that is a very, very important thing. However, what I would suggest with regards to that is I would say that thank you so much, Melissa Lorimer. I'm sure that you find me more hilarious than Nicola Sturgeon. So yes, if there is a loo roll shortage, what I would suggest is the fact that I would make sure that you buy a newspaper every morning, and if you do buy a newspaper every morning, you can use the newspaper as opposed to using the toilet roll, which you will need for supplies. So what I would suggest is, when you do wipe your bum, make sure that you either use a bidet, or if you can't use a bidet, I suggest you do a handstand in the shower, or alternatively get a flannel. And a flannel is a very, very good device. One thing I do think we should sell in this country, which I think they're doing a fantastic job in Spain, is I think they should sell. We should have more bidets. Everyone should have a bidet. It would sort out the loo roll shortage. And I don't know whether anybody has had a go in a bidet. I've got to say, it feels fantastic. You sit there and you feel a little bit of a on your anus, and it is very, very nice and very beautiful. So that is how I would sort out the loo roll shortage. However, it would put Andrex out of business, and they would be extremely pissed off. Thank you, Andy Edgar. Boris Becker is a much better tennis player than I am. However, he could well be a better Prime Minister. So I am taking your questions for the next 10 minutes regarding lockdown. I mean, how are we all going to cope? How are we going to cope in lockdown with my restrictions that I have put in place for the third time? I want to ask you if you are pusher than Jacob. I've got to say, Dave Taylor, thank you so much for the question. Yes, I am pusher than Jacob Rees-Mogg, as we have had funnily enough, we've just been talking about bidets. Me and the Jacob Rees-Mogg were having a bidet off, funnily enough, and I was at his house. He showed me his bidet, I showed him my bidet, and we basically, what we done is we both we got judges in, and they both decided which one of the bidets is going to be better. And Andy Edgar, no, we were not glue sniffing. we were actually using a posher form of drug, which which drug were we using? I really cannot remember. I've got to say, I must remember what it was, because we were both smacked off our tits whilst comparing B-days. Funnily enough, we were on LSD, they weren't B-days, we were in the middle of a park, it was a puddle, and what we were doing is we were pulling our pants down and literally sitting in the puddle in the middle of the park. And funnily enough, for some reason, we were that smacked off our tits on LSD, we thought that it was a B-day. And funnily enough, the drugs are just wearing off right now. I've just done the announcement on TV, and I've got to say, it was quite a remarkable scenario. And also, what I only noticed when we sat in the puddle was there was a little bit of dog shit in there too. Hence the reason my wife is not interested in rimming me this evening. So, yes, so we have free wine on the NHS, Boris, for stress. Definitely, I think it's a very good idea. I will be in touch with every single wine company, and if you want any stronger stuff like whiskey, then definitely I will make sure that all NHS staff can wind down. Literally, I call it wining down, not winding down, wining down, because of the stress. And because we are in lockdown too, I'm sure there will be a huge increase in alcohol usage, and I've got to say that wine is very, very important in lockdown. I planned on staying off the alcohol in January. I was going to do dry January. However, I think it's a very, very good idea to basically go back to how I was living over Christmas. Live like an alcoholic and an obese person, to the point where I will possibly be on a documentary on Channel 5. So, there we go. That is not a question, that is just some names. Steph will want vodka. Yes, me and Steph have already had a meeting. We've had a briefing regarding how Steph is going to conduct her videos, and she basically called me. She said, Boris, I cannot believe that you are making more people miserable in order, and it's more difficult for comedians now, because we have now, sorry, she said, this is what she said. She said, we have now got to make more miserable people laugh. And it's much harder to do that when people are pissed off. And not only are they pissed off, they look outside and it's fucking pissing down. It's freezing, nobody wants to go out. They're sat in the house, and if I'm honest with you, I really think we should change our TV channels. I think people are sick of watching thick bastards on the chase, shouting at the TV, saying, you do not... I can't believe he doesn't know this answer, darling. For fuck's sake. It's 4, it's 5 o'clock. Get the wine out. Get the wine out right now. We need it. I cannot watch any more stupid people on the TV right now. This is ridiculous. So, if anybody else has any more hi Tootsie, whoever that is. So if anybody has any more questions, I'm going to be here for the next couple more minutes. Chris Whitty is not here because we don't have any slides. There are no slides in this part of the house. So if he's got no slides, he cannot answer any questions. That is the bottom line. That is exactly how he worked. Thank you so much, Wayne Turner. I don't know who the fuck Danny is. Oh yes, Danny Postel. I've basically bombarded his page as me. I always wanted to be a comedian. I told the teacher at school, but she just laughed at me. Very good, Eddie. Andy, sorry. Do you think you'll get us through lockdown by February, because it's my birthday and I want to go out and look for a lass to Seymour, a lass. Shit, I missed that bit. I want to mess her up like yours. Well, I've got to say it was a very, very nice suggestion to make. But if you want to mess her hair up so it looks like mine, I would say save yourself from going out. Put up a picture of me and just have a good old bloody wank over it. That's what I suggest you should do. Yes, yeah, big hugs for another lockdown. Sad. Yes, everybody is very sad right now. And hello to Biff Armstrong. Yes, a great man. And hello to everybody in Hartlepool, which has basically been in tier 270. Everybody is literally doesn't know what the fuck tiers are now these days. If someone gets married and they're probably just going to have a cake, not a wedding cake, which is going to be in tiers, because as soon as I mention tiers, their day is fucking ruined, isn't it, really? What do you recommend for brand new mums during lockdown? Can't do wine. I suggest gin is very good. However, gin will make you cry your eyes out. It will make you cry your eyes out, especially if you continue to watch me, Colette, because I will be bringing you more and more bad news, and I've got to say, make sure you stay tuned and watch everything that I'm saying, because there will be a film out on Netflix, and no fucker will watch it, because by the time it is out, everyone will be allowed to go out, and no one will be staying at home. They'll be running around in the streets going, yes, thank fuck, lockdown is over. Yes, and you will be so buzzing to the point where even when you're outside, you will be getting pissed in the middle of the streets, even though it is illegal, and you will just say, I really do not know what to do when I go back into a pub. I really do know what to do. I am going to be so scared to go back into a pub because I won't know what to do. What do I do? Do I go to the bar? Where do I go? Do I have to sit down? Do I have to wait here for the person to come along? Do I ask at the bar? I don't know what the fuck to do, because I am just so confused by this whole thing, to the point where I'm thinking, fuck it, I'll just stay at home anyway. I will buy 10 cans, order a Chinese, so I won't bother going out anymore to a restaurant. I think this is what we all want, so I can control the fucking lot of you. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. And everyone has seen the meme. Everyone has seen the meme. Can we go to Barnard Castle for an eye test? I've got to say, Dominic Collins did tell me that they have the best opticians there. So I suggest that we let's all go to Barnard Castle. Let's all get pissed and outside of the opticians and get the optician to come outside. Fuck it, bring all the stuff outside and get an eye test and. Yes, I think that's what we should all do. This should be that would be rather good. So there we go. Just like any other day in Hartlepool, then. Yes, I suppose it is. Mark Allen, definitely. I will make sure that I go to the Headland, because we can't go into the Pothouse. We will. By the way, the Pothouse is a pub. It's not a drug establishment, which I'm sure a lot of people would suggest. They would probably think it's a place where you go in, they sell a shitload of weed, and you just get stoned as fuck. But it's not. It's actually a pub. So yes. I've literally got time for 2 more questions before we go, and then we are going to. Okay, that's a very good question. Who is your hairdresser? Well, I've got to say, Sleepy Shawnee. I've got to say, Sleepy Shawnee. I am literally going to be. Most people are going to be fucked during lockdown, but I am not, because I have always cut my own hair. And so when people call it a corona cut or a COVID cut or whatever they want to call it, I have literally always cut my hair, so nothing changes in my life. So for all of you people who need your hair cutting, well, do tough shit. Just fuck your hair up like mine, and you will not worry about anything at all. So there we go. We've got one more question from Gareth Leonard. Can I still go to church? It's a very, very touchy one, because I really do not want to discuss religion right now. And also, going to church, I have basically, most people in Hartlepool who I have spoken to have basically just called the church the pub, because on a Sunday they say, should we go to church? We go to the pub, we get absolutely pissed. The only difference is, at church, you get free wine with some bread, whereas in Hartlepool, or a pub, you have to go and get and get absolutely wasted, and it costs you a lot of money. In fact, sometimes I wish I was a child, because, you know, I used to play that game. Remember Dizzy Ducks? Who remembers Dizzy? This is Boris. Boris is going to have a quick game of Dizzy Ducks right now. So there we go. Quick game of Dizzy Ducks like this. Yes, there we go. Yes, quick game of Dizzy Ducks. I'm dizzy as fuck. I'm dizzy as fuck. And it's brilliant. And I tell you what as well. For the people who are in poverty, this is one thing I would suggest. For the people who are in poverty, I suggest, if you can't afford to go out and get a shitload of cans, I suggest you just sit in your front room, play Dizzy Ducks. It has the same effect. And because you are so dizzy, get your children to push you over. If you smack your head on a table or something like that, and you do have to go to A&E, it will not be alcohol related, and they will be very forgiving when you get to A&E. So there we go. Yes, Dave, I'm actually okay. Surprisingly, I'm sober. I'm actually, what I'm doing is, I'm actually doing the 5-2 diet because I've been a fat bastard for so long. I need to sort it out. So my head, I am feeling rather lightheaded because I have literally eaten fuck all today, and I am getting really tired, which does affect your brain. It does affect your brain, which makes you talk complete and utter bollocks. So I tell you what, before I do go, I did say the last question was the last one. I will take one more question from the audience now. So one more question, and then I will go, because my missus is downstairs. She's trying to watch Netflix, and she's shouting upstairs, "Boris, shut the fuck up!" Literally, that's what she's doing right now. So I will take one more question. And oh god, Matt Lucas at the ready. Yes, I don't watch Bake Off anymore. I'm so pissed off with Bake Off because when you're on a diet and you see food, there is nothing worse, is there? You sat there and you're watching these amazing cakes being made, and you're sat there eating a fucking salad. You're like, oh, for God's sake, what is going on? It's depressing enough. I mean, it's lockdown, even though I caused the fucker. I fucking caused it. I caused it, and I'm still getting pissed off with it all. So there we go. Last question, and I will go. So one last question. Great to see Russ Kane has just arrived. I will be having a briefing with Bobby Davro later on, as he does say the word dreadful quite a lot. Any more questions from the audience? Can I shake your hand? I tell you what we'll do, Tina, before we do go. This will be a lovely send-off. Can we meet up at the Burn Valley and have a sesh tomorrow? The Burn Valley is a very, very good outdoor pub. I recommend everyone should go there. And I think the best thing to drink is White Lightning, or a bottle of 2020 Mad Dog. Even though we have left 2020, fuck it. It might as well be 2020 again. Let's continue to drink Mad Dog 2020 and just get absolutely wasted throughout the whole of 2021. I think if COVID's not going to kill us off, it's going to be alcohol poisoning. It's got to be. So there we go. So tomorrow evening we shall meet at the Burn Valley at 8 p.m. for a massive piss up with Boris, and I shall see you all there. Thank you so much for your support, everybody. And I've got to go now because I want to play on my Xbox and get absolutely fucking raging when I'm getting beat off the opposition, which is what I generally like to do anyway. So thank you so much, everybody. And my hair is too tidy. Thank you so much. Joe. Yes, so it's locked down, so everyone get on the sesh, even if you need to go to a park, like I said, the Burn Valley, and I will see you all again. Also, can I just add that when I do finish this video, or when people watch this video after I've gone live, don't ask me any questions because it's finished. I can't reply to anything after this video is finished. However, I will do another one, I'm sure, in the next few days, if anybody wants to ask me anything in the near future. And I will speak to you all very soon. Thank you so much. Good night, and yes, da.